this week on Top Shelf Banter.
Did you have sex on those beds, Jimmy?
I did.
Okay.
I did. Hey-oh. I did it.
That was a weird... that was like a high 1.5.
My Olympic fingers. I don't want those.
Yeah, no, I remember them.
Those to get tainted. Now, grab a beverage, sit back, relax, and listen to an athlete, a booze hound, a guy with a classic ride, and 3 other guys talk about anything, everything, and nothing all at the same time. Everybody have their drink?
Yep.
Me too. Let's do this.
I've been thinking of some things I know just enough about, that if someone shared their viewpoint, I could surely shut them down. So pour me a glass, I'll drink it down fast, and put your ignorance on blast. On the Top Shelf Banter, where I'm more right than wrong.
Hello and welcome to Top Shelf Banter, where our banter comes from the top shelf, our topics come from the middle shelf, and our research comes from the bottom shelf. We have a rotating topic master. I am your host, Jimmy. Our topic master this week, Chapin.
Greetings.
Our fellow banter compatriot, the man that deserves no introduction,
0 accolades.
Donnie.
Hello.
And last but certainly not least, the anchor to us all, Derek.
Oh, how you doing today?
So, okay, Derek, you're a little sexual with it, but anywho, you might be wondering why we're quiet. It's because by the time this recording goes live, the Olympics will have been the closing ceremony will have commenced, and we have been done with the Olympics. But we are here at the Olympics. We snuck into a recordings. We snuck into a booth. That's why we're really quiet, so nobody will find us. We are here currently watching the closing ceremony commence, and I see. Is that Zimbabwe is walking to the torch with holding a giraffe in leash? Donnie, is that true?
That's exactly what I'm seeing, and let me tell you, that is a 3-legged giraffe with stripes instead of spots. It's so weird. It must be a very rare giraffe.
Wow, Chapin, what is?
I can't believe what I'm seeing, but
Chapin.
it is exquisite.
Exquisite?
Exquisite to the max. Derek.
Yes,
what kind of angle are you getting at this?
Well, I'm not sure if the flag I'm seeing is Zimbabwe. I could have sworn it was the Jamaican flag.
That is an interesting development.
Yes, and I believe that there is also a bobsled.
Is that bobsled going straight for the giraffe?
It might be.
Oh, no.
This is a disaster that's going to happen.
Kuba, stop driving that bobsled straight for that giraffe. They won this year. Get over it.
How did they get the ice to the giraffe like that? Did they?
There's no ice. It's on wheels.
It's on wheels.
It's like the practice bobsled.
What's using? Are the Japanese just making a human wall to the bobsled to bounce off?
I believe they call that a wheelie bob. And Jimmy, a little racist, but I think that's the China delegation that's creating that wall to stop the bobsled.
Oh, good. Or oh no, it's the most impenetrable wall possible. It's a Trump border wall. Stopping.
Oh, no.
Preventing.
So Mexico's building the wall.
Mexico has paid for the
Gotcha.
wall. Is that Chapin? Is that true? Do you
and they
see?
hired the Chinese.
Is there a
I've
flag?
heard you've seen the receipts. Is that true?
I can confirm that is a fact. It has been purchased by Mexico.
It has been purchased by Mexico. And what else? Is that the English coming out? Do they have a cannon? Are they getting ready to? No.
Yes.
Are they shooting Bob Barker's dead body out of a cannon? Looks like they're loading up.
I've heard it said that the English hate game shows. Yes, they have Bob Barker. They have Alex Trebek. They have Al from Family Value. Oh shoot, what's the movie or the
Family
show?
Feud.
Alf.
Family Feud.
They
Thank
have
you.
Alf.
Family Squares.
That's not a game show.
They have Alf, and they're loading him also into the cannon.
Oh, there's so much fur. It's gonna go. Everyone, cover your mouths. You don't want to asphyxiate on Alf's fur.
Wait, shh, someone's walking by. Okay, good. They passed. Oh, they're. I
they're
forgot to
coming
mention.
back.
We're right next to the toilet. We're right next to the bathroom. Oh,
I believe somebody had a. Yes, that must have been a convenience store sushi, is what I think we got right there.
Sushi.
Not traditional Tokyo sushi.
No. Definitely he stopped at the
7-Eleven.
Yeah.
I can't tell if that smell is from the toilet or the giraffe, however. The giraffe has laid droppings.
I'm really disappointed that the Zimbabweans don't have somebody with a cart and a scoop following behind the giraffe. That's, standard practice.
I think Mexico should have paid for it. They built the wall. They can build the cart and the scoop.
They can get a scooper pooper. There's got to be a giant one enough to catch all those giraffe droppings.
Well, you want it like a no skip thing for your CD Walkman from back in the day, because they're coming from so high.
So high.
You don't want them to hit the pavement and they go everywhere. Okay, so you want it on like not a trampoline per se, but something that has a little give. So they just come and they just get cradled. They just get cradled right there.
So is that, Derek? You said the bobsled was.
Yes.
How do the wheels work with giraffe poop in the middle of the wheels? Does it roll faster? Will it pick up speed, or will it greatly slow it down?
I think it's going to be kind of dry, so it's going to clump up and clog the wheel. So it's going to be like an e-brake.
Like an e-brake.
Yeah, like if you just threw the transmission in reverse, they're gonna go end over end. It's a disaster.
It's a disaster.
There's going to be body parts everywhere.
It's going to be hard to win any medals.
Yeah.
But I think we can all agree that we should let those bodies hit the floor.
Oh, definitely.
Okay. Here, well, now that the ceremony is it's closing. Okay, we're gonna move all of our equipment to another recording studio that we'll just commandeer, and we'll be right back.
Top Shelf Banter.
All right, good. Now we're in a room. We don't have to whisper anymore. God, what a great closing ceremony.
I can't imagine a better closing ceremony.
I think it was the best one I've seen in 2021, the best Olympic ceremony of 2021.
Derek,
The most eventful, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Derek, back when you could see, what was the best one you had seen? Obviously, we had to describe this one to you in detail.
Yeah, it was probably the one in Atlanta. Was that 94, 96? Sure. I can't remember which.
With the hostages.
Yeah, the security guard saved the bomb and a bunch of people, and and then they publicly hung him in part of the ceremony.
Whoa!
It was really
after he saved the bomb. That's
so
weird that you try to save the bomb instead of the hostages. But
typical Americans.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, they were
typical American anti-hero.
Yeah, they were like, oh wait a minute, you're trying to be the hero, but you planned this whole thing. So
I think they just made a movie about that.
They did. That's why I know all about it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because the guy that plays the security guard is also the guy that plays
Iron Man.
No,
Captain America.
Ed Kemper.
Thor.
In the Man
Mr. Ed.
Mindhunters.
Oh,
close.
Mr. Ed. I like that, Mr. Ed.
Yes. He's the horse. Of course.
I've seen his penis.
Yeah.
Horse, of course. Chapin.
yes.
Since you are topic master, what's in your glass?
Well, today I have an actual glass.
Ooh.
And it's full of Kavalan whiskey from Taiwan.
Ooh.
Taiwanese whiskey.
Interesting.
It's very good.
Very
I did.
Olympic spirit of you.
Yeah. So, yeah, multinational. But I noticed something on this bottle that is going to... Donnie's not going to like.
Oh, yeah?
Sorry, Donnie.
Okay.
Is it a
I
grammatical
apologize that you
error?
need to see this. But look at this. Look at this emblem right here. Look at that.
Donnie, you want to describe that label for the listeners?
Okay. What I'm looking at here is what looks like a fancy house. I'm describing it. Oh, what? Louder. Okay. It's a fancy house. It's built on archways. It has a long walkway up, but I'm noticing here that I'm looking straight onto the house, but the perspective is all wrong. It's like someone doesn't know how to draw two 3D images on either side that also relate. It's wrong. It's like an Escher drawing, and I fucking hate it.
The sticker is also not dead center. It is.
Oh, I thought
to
you were
the
talking about
left.
the picture.
No.
No, the picture's wrong, and yes, the sticker, I was focusing on the content itself. And now that you mention it, it's all printed off kilter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
not
like it.
very. It's a little off center.
Yeah, I don't even know how you can
off-putting.
manage to drink that.
Well, Donnie, since you're obviously very upset about this, what's in your glass?
Oh, sorry, don't give me a minute to grieve.
I mean, that I like that
try.
it's port cask finish.
Oh, it's very good whiskey,
Yeah.
but the sticker could have been placed better.
Rich-bodied with natural sweetness and complexity.
Wow, that does sound like a Taiwanese whiskey I would enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jimmy, I've been jealous
Yeah.
of you for at least
Many
like
years?
a week.
Oh, okay.
No, like a week or so.
Okay.
We can't nail down the exact time. But you have a lot of sponsored tequilas by famous people.
Yeah.
I accidentally picked up a gin by a famous person.
Who?
I'll tell you in a moment.
Zach.
Because all I saw was a cool purple bottle. And that's, what a neat bottle.
We
And
do know
also,
you like purple.
Indigo? What a great name for a gin. Nope, that's Indago. And if you're thinking about it, yes, you're right. That's Snoop Dogg's gin.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is it a double G?
It is.
It
double
is,
G.
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Look at that.
It is not good.
Oh, it's not?
No, it is not good. You can't drink it straight like it recommends, so I'm going gin and juice like it does.
There you go.
It's a
Makes
strawberry
sense.
flavored. Didn't need that. So strawberry, orange juice, gin. Really just to hide the gin.
More
So,
orange juice.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg, get your shit together, man. Jimmy, what's in your glass?
He's probably been too busy, with the Ciroc vodka to worry about his original love, gin and juice.
Well, get back to your roots.
But I also,
Bequest love
I
and
would have
get
been really upset if the bottle name, if the brand was Indigo and it was a purple fucking bottle. That would have frustrated me to no end.
Time to answer your question about what's in my glass. I'm drinking Rainier and Avion Reserva 44.
It's a good tequila.
It is a very good tequila. Figured, I'll bust out the fancy stuff for the Olympics.
Who's the celebrity attached to that one?
I have no idea. Oh, Avion is the... Andy was 44, and surprisingly, many people don't know this, but Avion died at the age of 44. And all of the bottles, they're in very limited quantity, but they're sprinkled with his bone juice inside this specific one. That's why it's expensive.
Bone juice or bone dust?
Juice.
Okay.
Juice. They put it in a juicer, so it's bone juice.
Yeah, it's the same way they get almond milk.
They milked him before he died?
No, you crush a bunch of almonds to the point that it becomes milk. So they just crush the bones until it became juice.
And speaking of crushing, they use his femur to crush down
Oh, they
the
do.
agave
As
plant.
the
As like
pestle or the mortar?
yeah,
The mortar and
no,
pestle?
yeah,
Yeah.
like a muddler.
Yep.
That would be the mortar.
So you get bone juice in there. You get a hint of bone dust. But it really just makes it still really, really good. That's why it's in such a tall bottle.
Is that why your bones are so strong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like milk. Or milk. Excuse me. Derek,
Oh yes, sir.
what's in your glass?
Well, I've got a couple because the first one is just a little small bottle. But my good buddy Derek came over yesterday and asked me to be a groomsman in his wedding.
Ooh.
And he brought me a pair of socks that have cigars and whiskey glasses on them and a little bottle of Glenlivet 14. So I'm drinking the Glenlivet 14. And I told him I'd think about being a groomsman at his wedding.
You think about it.
That's an important decision. I can't just rush into
Right.
it.
They were used socks. So.
Yeah, I figured, a little bit of a hole. I was like,
Typical Derek.
did you get this from a bum in Seattle? And he said, no comment. So I'm like, all right. Well.
Could have went with the 18 year, but he went with 14 year.
Yeah, I mean, he at least went with the right distillery. One of my favorite scotches is Glenlivet. So he gets, some points, but it's not the French cask 15. I mean... So we'll.
Derek just going back to his French roots.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
he gets.
I don't like
so
this
he got.
whiskey unless it's French cast.
He got a solid hard. I'll think about it. So,
Good.
But
So you were hard when you told him.
Well, as soon as he pulled out those socks and the whiskey, I got hard. But that's
The
a
used
different story.
socks and the non-French whiskey.
So once that small bottle finishes, because it's not even it's about a half a finger of pour there. I also have the Ghost Owl Pacific Northwest Canadian Rye.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Well,
That's it.
It's a cool name.
Chapin, since
The
you
Ghost
are
Owl.
since you're a topic master, let's get into your topics there, Chapin.
Just dive on in, huh?
Dive on in. What do you have for us?
We're at the Olympics. Dive in.
We are at the Olympics. Dive in
We'll dive in without a splash.
without a splash. Get going.
Like that 9-year-old Chinese girl that got the perfect score and won gold.
Oh,
But
did she really?
allegedly is 14.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
China, I don't think has any history of sending 8-year-olds to the Olympics, right?
No, China never doctors official
Birth
documents.
certificates,
Never.
I believe all countries follow all the rules all the time at the Olympics.
That's absolutely
Yeah,
correct.
and the ones that don't, like
Well,
Russia aren't allowed in the
To
Olympics
be
anymore.
fair, Russia was not there. It was just a bunch of people from Russia.
the countries
Under a
do, but
different
the
flag.
athletes don't. Did you see the marathon runner that was knocking
Oh,
water?
that French marathon runner?
Was he French?
He was French.
He was knocking the water out of the other people's hands.
No, it was a table that they were running by. Everybody grabs the water. He just knocked everything down, but the last one. Like in a group, he was like, got this, and just ran off.
That's just good.
Sounds like
That's a good
French thing.
strategy. I have a quick hitter before I get into my topic.
Okay, let's go with it.
Olympic related.
Good.
What Olympic sport needs a mandatory minimum amount of alcohol? Like if we could instill a mandatory minimum amount of alcohol
That they
in
have
an
to
Olympic
drink
sport.
before they compete?
Yes.
Fencing.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
That seems
great
solid.
choice. I'm thinking we'll go back to bobsledding.
Oh,
Yep.
That could be a little dangerous.
Seems
That's
deadly.
what I want.
Well, it's funny. I was listening. Speaking of bobsledding, I was listening on I think it was a Mariners broadcast, and they were talking about the Olympics, and because they were talking
again with the Mariners.
about baseball and whatnot, how they're in the Olympics. But they said there was like a duel. Like they brought up, is there anybody that has won a medal or competed in both Summer and Winter Olympics? And there was a sprinter that got recruited by a bobsled team because they needed the speed going down the beginning. So they're like, you're going to come in and you're going to push and jump. Like he's like, well, I don't bobsled. He's like, all you need to do is push the cart as fast as you can, and then you're jumping in the back. We do the rest. You tuck your head in, and we go for the ride. And apparently he did, and they did well. I don't remember if he medaled or not, or what country it was. So, bottom shelf research.
This
Cool.
has been story time with Derek, where we
time with
got
Derek.
literally zero information.
And you
Besides
can't ask
the-
questions.
Nope.
Besides the drunken, I will say probably one of the more heartbreaking moments was a person doing the equestrian horse jumping was in first, and then her horse refused to jump.
Yeah, it was
and
in the-
she went from first to 31st out of 36.
And I think it was her coach
No,
that
she-
punched the horse and got kicked out of the
I think it
Olympics.
was.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
The horse, like, she was in, like, tears and crying, and she went to go do another run, and the horse saw the jump and went, yeah, no.
Yeah, it was like the pentathlon or whatever. So they do the horse equestrian, and she
Yeah.
was in first place, dropped all the way to dead last. And apparently, because I read an article on that when I saw the headline and whatnot,
What website did you read it on?
I have no idea. They're not their own horses.
Yeah.
The horses are
Yeah.
supplied by the Olympics. So there's 18 horses that get used for all the athletes.
And they're chosen randomly.
So the two people that got stuck with that horse, neither of them were able to jump it. So they both just got completely fucked
And it was
by
only
this horse.
it was only one specific jump. He did everything else fine, but this one jump just spooked him because he's a dumb horse.
It's like, remember that time when I whinnied and I really wanted a carrot and you didn't give it to me? It's coming back at you right now. I think archery would be exciting.
Ooh.
Just 'cause imagine how impressed you'd be if you saw somebody just hammered and just nailing bullseyes.
Yes.
Right? I mean, that's true. I think I'd go with curling. I think curling would be a great. I mean, it's already.
Bodies
they
falling
probably
everywhere.
are drunk
Everyone's
already.
already.
That's what I say. I think curling because I love the meme that pops up for the
Someone
U.S.
falls
curling
onto the
team,
stone.
where it says the U.S. curling team just looks like a bunch of dads that wanted to get away from the kids for the weekend.
Yup.
Which is 100% fact. They do look exactly like that. They're all like 45 and dads just 100%. They probably drink beers and then they're like, oh fuck it, let's just. The ice rink's right there. Fuck, let's see what this curling's about. And
Let's
then,
go ham with those stones and a broom.
yeah, and then next thing they know, they're fucking winning gold, and they're like, "How the hell did this happen?"
If I was doing that, I would wear a visor. I'm not wearing that hat. Visors
In,
upside down and backwards.
what, curling or
Throw it
archery?
I think in any sport, if I'm in
yeah?
any Olympic sport,
Fencing?
visor, fencing,
Get rid of that.
Yeah,
the
no
basket.
protect. Yeah, no
I'll wear
protective
it. I'll
headwear.
wear it over it,
Ooh,
and then I'll make sure that it looks like it's covering my eyes. Then that way I'm blindfolded. Then it's even more impressive because I'm like, see, I'm doing this blindfolded.
Yep. That girl that couldn't get the horse to jump actually nailed the fencing earlier. That's one of the reasons why she was in first place. Like she, normally I guess is terrible at fencing. dominated the fencing. She couldn't believe it. She was like, it just fell into place. Everything I hit.
What is this event?
It's the pentathlon. So it's like 7 events, I think. Is that what pent is?
Sure, could be.
It's 5.
No, that's hept. Is it 5? Yeah.
It's 5.
Yeah. So it's a pentathlon. So it's like art. I don't know what the 5th event I know is like the long distance, like running and shooting.
Okay.
But then there's like the horse jumping. There's fencing. So it's like 5 random events that should not have anything to do with each other.
I think they should fence on horses and also drink. Combine them all into one sport. You have to fit 3 people on a horse. One of them's a fencer, one of them's an archer, and one of them's a competitive shooter.
Pentathlon is running, swimming, fencing, shooting, and horseback riding.
All right, get rid of the swimming. Go archery. But it's full contact, and there's other horses on the course while you're jumping.
What's the alcohol minimum that you need to hit?
3 bottles.
Wow.
Or
Wow, that's a lot.
actually, okay, maybe that is too much
For one person?
Let's say 3 4 locos
Per person.
per person.
In the entire event. How long is the event?
Maybe 3-4 locos per each part of it.
That's a lot of.
That's 5 4 locos.
Yeah.
We'll change it to an all-day event.
Starting at like 5 a.m.
Right. Chug a 4 loco.
It's like a
and
marathon.
Go. Yeah.
Or it's like a pentathlon. Get it? See that?
And Mara, as we all know, is Spanish for 7. So
Yeah.
What if they like brought in like beer pong or flip cup?
Well, then that'd just be the beer-athlon.
Yeah, but I mean that'd be funny. They had that in the Olympics.
That doesn't need to be in the Olympics.
'cause you
That's
just-
it. That's it. Every football game
Yep.
in college.
Yeah, but nobody cares. It's not.
Right.
It's not
Nobody
the
cares.
world.
No one cares
It's like
about college.
breakdancing in the 2024
Yeah, well, I'm just saying
Olympics.
it's not represented by the world. It's just a bunch of college frat boys that are doing what they do
They have
regardless.
colleges. in
That's
other
why
places in the
America
world.
will win in those events
Until we make
because
it
they've
popular
been
enough.
practicing it since they were 15.
I don't know. I've seen Beer Fest. Germany would be really strong.
No.
Just with Das Boot.
But yeah, I mean, how great would it be? Like if you had like some commentators, and then there's like the color commentator, and they're just like, so this U.S. team for the Flip Cup. I mean, the anchor, when it gets to him, he's 5th in line. But you know what? You always say you want your fastest drinker is going to be the anchor. This guy can put down a pint in about 0.4 seconds.
Why
Like
would the
it's just-
Americans be talking in pints? That doesn't make any sense.
because a pint of beer is a pint of beer, regardless of culture and or language.
I've never had a pint of beer. Jimmy, have you ever had a pint of beer in America?
have, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, I sit corrected, but I won't stand for it.
This
I believe we pronounce
not
it
a pint.
pint.
this can of Rainier
I mean,
is almost
they're
a pint.
technically
and you can actually
different
get Coors
because-
and Blue Moon in pint cans.
An American pint is 16 ounces, and a British pint is 18 ounces.
This has been Measurements and Weights with Derek.
I just know a lot about alcohol.
Or just useless information.
That too, but a lot of
The
it.
conversion rate between American Derek, what is the conversion rate between the European pound, the British pound, and the American dollar?
I believe that there's only a British pound. The European is the euro.
Oh,
And I believe the British pound is about 1.2 of the euro, and the euro is about 1.6 of the dollar, which would make
math.
the pound 1.8 of the dollar.
The American dollar is just one.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously.
Nailed
Always
it.
one.
Nailed
Yes,
it.
yes.
Stupid Americans.
Yeah.
God.
That's
So
when
you
go over
would
there
get-
saying this would be £1. You'll say, "Oh, hold on, let me get out my
Yeah.
120."
So-
So is the
American
euro
dollar."
Yeah, so you
is the
take-
euro just part of inflation?
You take a dollar.
I mean,
World inflation?
everything's inflation.
Yeah, so you take a U.S. dollar and you transfer
Capitalism.
it into a
Ugh.
euro, you're going to get 40
Let's
cents.
get some socialist attitudes up in this world, please. Chapin, let's get to your first topic.
So actually, I think
second topic.
drinking in the Olympics should be a necessity.
Mandatory.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
Mandatory.
for everything?
Everything.
Every event, take a shot of Fireball.
Oh,
there you go.
Maybe you change the level of alcohol drinks
Pint of Fireball.
depending on what event you're doing.
so like if you're in first, right, you have to take 3 shots of Fireball.
like a handicap.
Yeah, like a handicap. Then if you're like 4th or below, it's like one shot.
What if
Right,
every
so then
country
that way it
only
really
send
keeps
like
it-
10 people to the Olympics, so you had to be completely drunk the entire time?
Ooh.
Because 10 people have to do every event.
There you go.
If the
That'd be
person
fun.
was absolutely hammered doing the long ski jump, do you think they would even know when the ground is, or do you think they would just stay?
I think you have
in
a
the
person
full
at the
flight
top
form?
with a remote control parachute.
Yeah.
So that's, they're not
And-
going for the landing.
On the plus side, they wouldn't break anything.
Quick, get the
Right.
They're gonna hit, and they're not gonna know, and
get the
they're gonna
instant
be
inflating
rubber.
hamster ball.
Yep.
Right.
Oh,
Ooh, that's a,
bounces down the mountain.
that would be so much better than a parachute.
That's a
great
two-
idea.
And then you throw in
There's
yardage. You throw in distance on that. and
There's the
see
event we
how
want to see in the
far-
Olympics. Get
how
off
far
the
they get.
skis, get in the hamster ball, and roll down
Oh,
the
there
thing
you
and
go.
see how far you go.
So I'm thinking that what you do.
You get 3 bounces. Your third bounce landing, that's where your record is.
I think what we do is for every event, there's not really you can. There's a little bit of drinking during
Just
the
to
event.
say hello. A
So
social
and you're required to drink your country's beverage or the host country. So one of the two. So it'd either be you'd have to drink like sake or Japanese whiskey, depending on what they supplied,
I drink sake.
or you drink your country's. So for like America, it'd be bourbon. Mexico would be mezcal, tequila, and so forth.
Why is bourbon the American drink?
It is the American drink.
Is it?
Yes.
Why can't it be Zima's?
I mean, it could be, but then
Smirnoff?
here,
I'll drink a
but
Smirnoff.
here's the key though:
Smirnoff Ice.
is then you get
oh,
your
that'd be so bad.
your gold, silver, and bronze. So your gold are required to take victory shots of some very nice spirit. So
Some Bud Light.
no, something really good, like a high end. So like a 20-year
Budweiser.
Scotch.
Budweiser.
Something really good. Then you have
MGD 64.
Then you have your silver is a step below, bronze is a step below. Then every other competitor has to chug a bottle of Thunderbird.
Is it Miller High Life considered gold? What's it called? Gold can? Is it High Life?
Miller
the
High
gold?
Life?
Yeah.
No, High Life is the champagne of beers.
Yeah. There
Okay,
it is.
that one.
There it is.
Yeah.
It's in the,
I
in
think
the
it should be
slogan.
opposite. I think
Yeah.
first place should have to drink the shittiest liquor. Give that third place guy some tasty liquor, really inspire him to try, or woman, try harder in the next event.
Or
Try harder to
Or-
lose. Why would
try harder. Get better.
The point is to not drink alcohol. The point is to get gold.
Yeah.
You want to inspire him.
That's where
Well, I
the money
know.
is.
So you get gold, and then you get a nice alcohol with the gold.
Yeah, because then that way, if I was just interested in the alcohol, I would just kind of cruise at the end.
Yeah.
Last place the whole time. I just want some good drinks.
Or
Right?
or if the people
Why
that
would you be
give
at the Olympics?
If you're-
for
I
the
mean-
drinks, the free drinks.
If your punishment for
for the hot
failing,
sex parties.
Oh.
ooh, you're not. That wasn't allowed in Tokyo. They had cardboard beds specifically to.
they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
they had
you see
cardboard
the- They did have
beds.
cardboard
They
beds.
Did
did
you
have
see the
cardboard
Olympics
beds.
jumping on the bed?
Yeah.
Just
No.
having 3 people jumping up. They weren't cardboard. They were just fine.
They were cardboard,
They're-
but they were very strong cardboard. It's like the
You could
super
definitely fuck
compacted-
on those beds.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You could have an orgy on those beds.
You absolutely can have sex on those beds.
I had
They
3
are
orgies on those
cardboard.
beds.
Were you there? Did you have sex on those
I
beds,
did.
Jimmy?
High five.
I did.
Okay.
I did. Hey-oh. I did it.
That was a weird.
you.
That was like a high 1.5.
My Olympic fingers. I don't
Yeah,
want those.
no, I
to-
remember them.
Those to get tainted. But also
You,
how
you definitely got my Olympic ring.
you got the gold medal.
the Olympic ring. I
Them-
got all 5 of them on.
Them be gold fingers.
It was actually how funny would it be if like they're like, here's your medal, and then instead of handing them the medal, they hand them a Smirnoff Ice, and then they have to drink it on the podium. Oh, that'd be so good.
How
What
would
if
they?
what if-
Most countries
jokester.
don't understand.
Wouldn't it be like the?
Oh,
We're just
everybody
token
knows-
Americans.
Everybody
Just-
understands what a Smirnoff Ice is.
They Zima 'em. Have like a Zima on a lanyard, so when they like tuck their head and they go bam, and they're like, oh fuck,
I gotta
Got
drink a
me.
Zima. Dang it.
what is this?
But actually, drinking a Zima is not a punishment.
I don't know if I've ever had a
I'll
Zima.
remember that.
Right? Yeah.
When it's your birthday, what's the biggest pack of Zima I can get?
I believe
load
you
up
can still
both
only do it
trucks
in
with
6
Zima.
packs.
Damn.
No,
You're like, I want a Costco size, please.
we'll load up both trucks
74
with 6
and-
pack.
Chapin, great warm up topic.
You know, I think I like this conversation, and it is Olympics. time, so let's talk about the Olympics a little more. Let's just do that for the whole podcast.
Let's do that.
Perfect.
So,
I'm going to play some theme music,
When the lights.
some mouth music.
got a couple. I found this website. Okay, so on womensrunning.com,
Okay.
Okay.
It's my
they
favorite
have
site.
the weirdest Olympic facts. I just have a series of facts here.
I like
but
it.
They're kind of they're fun, but so along the same lines, like the alcoholic one.
Uh-huh.
So it says one of these facts is contestants at the ancient games at Olympia competed in the nude.
Hot.
So if you had to compete
That's hot.
in an Olympic event nude, which one would you want to do the most?
Oh,
And
wrestling.
which one would you want to do the least?
Okay.
Parallel bars first.
For
For
most?
Most wanting to
For
do?
most wanting
Just
to
wanted
do.
to flop around.
I would say running is the one I would, or like hurdles.
Oh.
that's-
1,000-meter hurdles. Least want to do. Least want to do.
Ooh, how about like
I'd be knocking over every hurdle.
you know,
I'd be black and blue. My knees wouldn't even touch anything.
I
Most
would,
wanna do?
I
What
would
about-
least like to do judo.
what
Yeah,
about
that'd be a tough one, yeah.
Judo would suck.
the 50 km speed walk?
Oh, the chafing.
I was thinking speed
Oh
walk because
my
then
God.
imagine the helicoptering you could have going on over there.
Oh my lord, that one would be terrible. Speaking of which, this is the last year of the 50K speed walk.
Oh, I thought you were going to go elsewhere.
Yep, no.
I really thought you
This
were
is
going
the
to
last year of Derek's
Speaking
penis.
of which, have
Yeah.
you guys
Get
seen
away you
baseball?
Jimmy dove at the mute button there.
I don't, right? Yeah, no.
Pulled back
It's at
just
the
in
last
time.
No,
year.
I think
They're
we
just
should.
not
I
having
think,
it in Paris.
I think
Speaking
we should
of last
have.
year, I hope this is the last year of that baseball commissioner. That's where I thought you were going.
Oh
with
yeah,
it.
we could go down that road.
Still on thin ice. Forever on
I
thin
just
ice.
feel like we should have a moment of silence for the 50 km speed walk. Okay, that's enough.
Nailed it.
Speed walking is pretty fun.
Well,
Yeah.
they still have speed walking. It's specifically only the 50 km. And the reason why is because there's no female equivalent to it.
Oh,
So they're like, well, gender equality, we need to get rid of this one.
Why can't the
And
ladies do a 50-kilometer speed walk?
I don't know.
You absolutely
I-
Derek,
could.
why are you holding the women back?
I'm not. I am not on the International Olympic Committee. I am not the one that. I think what it is the fact that they get no ratings for the 50 km because it's literally 3.5 hours of people just like speed walking,
yeah.
heel toe, never touch it, leaving the ground,
Yeah.
and so their ratings suck with it. So they're like, we just need to get rid of it, but we need a good reason. Oh, gender equality. I think that's what's really happening.
It's an excuse.
Yeah, I believe that why there isn't one, I don't know. But I mean, they just added a long distance swimming for the women that they had for the men, so I don't know.
Ooh, that's the sport I would want to do. Swimming.
Swimming would be
Naked.
Yeah,
1, liberating. 2, propeller, extra speed.
it's all about
Get your
the propeller.
hips rocking correctly and competitive advantage.
Extra horsepower.
That's extra hog power is what I'd say.
I think the one that I wouldn't want to do would be balance beam.
That could be dangerous.
Yeah, and with my
And even clothed or not, it could be dangerous.
oh yeah, and my phenomenal agility and balance, I see that going very well for me. I'd be rolling a whole lot of ones.
Chapin, did you say yours?
Speed walking definitely number one for
Not
would
want
like to do the most.
You would like to, yes.
Yeah,
Uh,
Oh, you want to speed walk
What
naked?
wouldn't you want to do?
Wow.
wouldn't want it. Wrestling maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, see, that was my number one. It's the best way to wrestle.
We know you like naked wrestling, Derek.
Imagine getting armbarred and also rusty tromboned at the same time.
Right?
I don't think that's how that works.
I'm not a member of the International Olympic Committee on Wrestling Rules. I don't know what's allowed and not.
I think going full nude on the parallel bars would be pretty cool.
I mean, it's going to be flapping and slapping.
it's going to be
There's
going all over the place.
And there's a lot of like wide leg spread going up and then straight up.
Yep.
And then you're like wide again. Oh yeah.
It's not the rings. The rings.
What I'd be worried about for you is
Yeah.
when you come up underneath and you're getting it on your hips.
Yeah.
And your penis flips around like an Indiana Jones whip and gets caught as you try to spin around.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Just
That would be
folds 'em up
painful.
there.
Yeah. He'd just be stuck there. Like,
You ever seen a barrel of monkeys?
I have, yes.
My
That is how I've described your penis.
yeah. Thank you.
Like a monkey
My
arm?
treasure allows me to grapple things.
It's a prehensile penis. It's like an elephant.
That's a disgusting image. I'm gonna yuck. I'm gonna yuck.
It's gray and slimy and hairy.
Yep. But I think judo would be the one that I would least like to do because there's a lot of judo. There's a lot of kicking, even though some of them are padded. But
There's a lot of grabbing too.
there's a lot of grabbing, and I don't want to get
A lot of hip checks.
I don't want to get them try to get a good grab on my belt, and they grab on my Olympics.
On your treasure.
Yeah, because I mean, they're not going to be able to grab a belt because you're nude.
That's very true.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna pull on my Olympics to try to flip me over their knee. No way, no sir.
You don't call your penis your Olympics from now on. I'm going to be pretty upset.
We're kind of focusing on the genitalia part of this too, but like fencing would really suck ass.
Yeah, what?
Oh, yeah.
It would definitely hurt. I mean, they've got the little ball on them, so it's not like it's a sharp point.
Doesn't
Still.
matter.
But it's all censored.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
you would almost have to take it off and make it real fencing because the whole point of it is that ball senses the contact and it lights up when there's
Derek,
contact.
so what you're saying is that you're
So-
promoting death at the Olympics. With
Well, I mean,
censorship.
Derek is promoting
it's
getting
not-
sounded by rapier at the
Yeah,
Olympics.
it's not going to be death because I don't think anyone's ever died from a rapier. It's more that it's just going to do a bunch of slashes, like small little slashes. It'll be like a cat scratching you is going to be more dangerous than a rapier going across your chest. It's like a whip that's kind of sharp.
I'm sorry. Have we seen
Yeah.
Zorro? He cuts through people's vests and chests all the time
yes,
with a
but
rapier.
never through them.
Oh, they get
he's
cut
just-
all the time.
He's just like, I got a Z in.
So you get no points because he didn't hit the person, right?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Their face didn't light up. So,
So then, with no censors, then how do you score points? Like
Blood.
who bleeds the most?
Blood, exactly.
Most amount of blood.
There's bottles underneath you, and then they weigh the amount of blood. Oh, this guy bled a pint and a half. Oh, this one will be half a pint. Winner.
Pint and a half.
so we
and
talking
someone,
British pint or American pint?
Zimbabwean pint.
Someone,
That's
someone
a
get
lot
the
of blood.
baggie. He's going into shock. There's not enough blood circulating
Who
through his body.
invented the rapier?
Bill Cosby.
I mean, that's a solid guess. I think it's a little bit older than
That's Chapin
Bill
saying
Cosby.
that Bill Cosby is not as bad as a cat scratch.
No, but
oh, I thought you said raper.
I was going to say he likes the rapier because of the first, like, 4
Oh,
letters.
it's rapier, Chapin.
My bad.
Rapier.
Yeah.
Derek, who invented the rapier?
I'm going to guess that's probably the Italians.
The question
the
wasn't
French.
who's most rapier.
Sorry.
Oh,
Oh, who's that one guy
way you
who
were
raped that
doing-
girl in the alley?
You had a lot of hand movements. You're like, rapier.
Brock
Yes, Brock something or other.
Holt?
Turner. Brock Turner, the
Oh.
rapist.
Turner, the rapist.
Who's Holt? Apologize for Brock Holt for
that's
smearing
a
your
baseball
name there.
player.
Okay, let's
That is
get
not
off
true.
the rape.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the Olympics.
Yeah, that fucking guy should
Let's
be in
stop
prison,
talking
though.
about rape.
Thanks, Chapin,
Yeah,
for bringing
let's
it
do
up.
that. Sorry,
Way to go, Chapin.
My
for
bad.
bringing it
Bill
down.
Cosby.
No, it's on his mind.
I was half listening and I heard stuff.
Yeah, and now nobody can trust their beverages. We should all pour them out, pour new ones because
That's exactly what Chapin
fucking
wants us to do.
fucking Chapin. He's probably doing the reverse, like, oh no, let me get your drink because you poisoned mine. He's like, haha, I poisoned mine. Now
He did
you're
hand
poisoned.
us all a bottle,
actually-
and
or
it looked
he
rape.
want-
But you did mention Dutch right there.
I did.
Yep.
Yep.
Listen
Way
to this
pick
story.
up on that.
This is pretty cool. So Australia's Henry Pearce stopped rowing in the quarterfinals of the Amsterdam Games to allow a family of ducks to pass in front of his boat safely.
Pretty
He
nice.
still managed to win and get gold in the final.
Oh, nice.
How
So,
far
what a
ahead
boss.
Yeah.
was he?
He's the Usain Bolt of
Yeah,
rowing.
yeah, so I was to say that guy definitely would not have stopped if he would have been any type of close competition. He was like, "Oh, I'm going to use this as a rest."
So what kind of animal would you stop for? Like what's the
What
lowest?
sport am I doing? Fencing?
Just
None.
whatever, any kind of animal. It could even be a land animal. Like if you're doing like I don't know, speed walking, you had to
I'm
stop.
speed walking.
Oh, I'm running over the
I'm
fucking
running
possum.
I'm running
Possums?
over those animals.
All of them.
Ooh. Running over. That seems like if you're running over possums, it seems like you might have to lift both feet off at the same time. You would not follow the rules of speed walking.
Would that be a violation?
I think it would if you step on a
Fuck.
possum. and then step off with your other foot.
God damn, you
That's
might
both
be
feet
right.
off the ground.
You would have to stop for all animals,
Or
if
do
you,
a weird cut back
yeah,
in.
yeah, like little hip moves because they already got the hip swing going.
You got a
so.
Zoolander around them.
As much as they have that hip motion in the speed walking, do you think that they would be really good at like the cutbacks and stuff in like football? Or are they just like
Cut bagsies.
Are they all about the hit stick? Like they're just like, I got the football, I'm a running back, like oop juke, oop spin, oop juke.
Derek, that move that you're talking about is called the backsies. Backsies. They're really good at backsies.
I think they would be really good at backsies. Ironically, bad at sex. A lot of too much hip movement.
Interesting.
Not a lot of front to back.
Yeah. Oh, I mean fair.
A lot of side to side.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I get it.
Bang the shit out of
Makes
the
sense.
sides.
But Jimmy, you just said you'd run over any animal to get gold.
Any
What if it was like a herd of cats, little kittens? Would you run through them?
Listen. I will run over any fucking animal. I'm trying to win and bring glory to my country. I'm going to be one of 80 gold medals for America. Okay? I'm going to etch my name into the record books.
You know the funny
in whatever
thing.
Olympics. I don't care if there's a bear in my way. I'm running through that. That bear's going to explode.
And the best part
That giraffe is going to get beheaded because I'm going to karate chop that bitch in the throat.
and he's the last
easy
place
to hit.
competitor.
He didn't have to do it. He was going to lose anyway.
Yeah,
but
but
he
just
he
blows
slaughtered
through it.
a zoo.
I could just see
But-
that, like, sir, Jimmy, you ran a really good race there. You ran, it was a great effort. You set a personal best time. Did you feel it necessary to run through that herd of small little squirrels carrying baby squirrels?
Yes.
When you were already in last place with no chance at gold medal as the top 3 finishers had already crossed the line?
Nothing pushes me to finish the race more than blood.
Going back, though.
Bloodlust really just
New Olympic sport?
puts me into a frenzy.
Herding cats.
Oh, herding cats would be an excellent Olympic sport.
Yes, that'd be
Just
so good.
Get some stray cats from off the street, pick them up in tens, let them fight it out, and just throw them in a ring. Herd them all.
Hurt him. Get him.
I feel like they need to bring, like, sheep herding into the Olympics.
It'd just be Wales and southeast of America.
Sheep
For sheep.
herding?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who else
I mean,
herds sheep?
Scottish.
They don't herd sheep
They
like the Welsh.
definitely. Well, maybe not as well as
Irish.
the Welsh. I believe there's
I've
sheep.
never seen an Irish person do a deal
I
in
mean,
their life.
Middle East. I think the Middle East have a lot of sheep herders.
Not since Jesus.
That's
They outlawed it.
you might have. I'm not up to.
Thanks, Jesu.
Yeah.
Can you use dogs in this event?
Boy, that's how you herd sheep.
Do the dogs get gold medals then? That way.
Well, obviously, the
Oh my
handler and
God.
the dog would both get the gold
But most
medal.
of them are Australian
I-
sheepdogs. So that's a bunch of medals for Australia.
Yeah.
I just want to see.
Bringing glory to the
And,
country.
Oh.
and
Gross.
and the corgis are Welsh, but I think it would be great to see somebody have a corgi as like competing with like the cattle dogs and the sheep dogs and all that, like the big hairy sheep dogs, and somebody's got like a border collie, and then there's a fucking corgi that doesn't listen to anything and barely has the attention span of a squirrel.
It's not true.
There's like,
Do we get American bulldogs to try to get these?
oh yeah, why not?
Yeah.
You have to,
America. Fuck
It-
yeah.
you have
I
to
mean-
get the dog that has your country's name in it. So German Shepherds, American Bulldogs,
That would. I mean, there would-
Frenchies.
Great Danes for Denmark.
Yeah. I feel like there would be a distinct disadvantage for some countries, like Chihuahuas herding fucking sheep.
Now here's it. Now,
But
Mexico's short hairs, yeah.
we have to ask a
hairless.
Frenchman.
Okay.
Do you get a French bulldog or a French poodle?
poodle, probably.
Poodle?
I think poodle. Our
Hypoallergenic.
poodles are a sporting dog, I believe.
They are, and they're smart.
Yeah,
Probably be better.
I would go poodle.
Pretty prissy though.
They are very prissy, but I've seen Secret Life of Pets, and that French poodle listened to System of a Down. So yeah,
I would pay more to see a French bulldog herd sheep.
it would be a lot more hilarious. That's why I think that it should be sheep herding with dogs that are not herding dogs. So that means the corgi's out, as fun as that would be, but no herding dogs. So you're going to have like Labrador retrievers and Great Danes and
Hold on, what?
a Mastiff.
Go back to that first one.
The
What?
first word?
Labrador retriever.
Oh,
That one.
there it is.
Nailed it.
That's it.
What?
Labrador.
Yeah.
It's like Wednesday.
I'm confused.
I heard Labrador.
Oh. Labrador.
Twice. There it is.
Labrador.
Yeah, Labrador.
It's like
There
lab,
it is.
the god Ra.
It's kind of like
door.
going to the
Yeah.
what's
I mean,
a
there's
what's
only
a,
one B, so technically it's Labrador. But
what's a building that has a lot of books in it that you can go to?
oh, that's a library.
A Biscotti.
What? It's spelled Liberry.
There it is. Yeah.
I used to have a huge problem with the word museum. I'd say museum
My
for
brother.
years.
My brother used to always say remember as remember.
With an N.
Yeah, had an N in there, so remember. Remember that time? I'm like, I don't remember what now.
What
do you
language are
say?
you speaking?
Yeah.
When I was little, I used to call coyotes coyotes.
I mean, that's a better name.
That sounds better, yeah.
And I was a child, so it was adorable.
I always like.
I was a pretty cute kid.
I used to always annoy.
I don't mean to
have to
toot my own
you'd
horn.
have to be.
I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I was adorable.
I used to annoy my brother by saying like the Spanish
Words correctly.
Spanish words incorrectly. So instead of like
Donde está mi amor?
so instead of like jalapeno, I'd be like jalapeno,
Yes.
or Escalade, I'd be like Escalade. He'd drive it because Escalade was one of his favorite cars for a long time. So anytime we'd be doing, I'm like, hey Teddy, check out that Escalade. He's like, you fucking what? It's an Escalade. It's great.
And yet you get angry at us when we do that to you. I don't understand. Don't glare at me. Don't glare at me across the table.
I was confused at the. I was purposely mispronouncing words to upset my brother.
Oh, now it
That's
is.
different.
That's
different than being corrected when I
There
say
is.
something.
So
Gotcha.
here's my theory on why you mispronounce
Trust
words.
me, Erin
constantly.
has caught numerous times, and she's just like,
This is why we all like Aaron.
"Oh yeah," and she's just like, "Does that upset you when I correct you?" I was like, "No, trust me,
Here's-
everybody does
Derek,
it."
Derek loves. This is one thing I know about Derek. Jimmy, we'll get to you. Derek,
Okay.
this is one thing I know about Derek. He loves a teachable moment.
Yeah.
He loves learning things he should have known a long time ago.
No, I just had to explain to her. I was just like, "Look, there's going to be a lot of words I'm never going to pronounce correctly."
That I don't know the definition of?
Many. Oh, I know the definition. I was like, "There's many times."
Define Labrador.
Typical Frenchman.
That's a breed of dog.
Oh.
If it means anything more than that, I have no idea. I know what retriever means.
So my theory is that is you just talked about how you used to mispronounce words constantly to behoove your brother, right?
Yeah, sure.
Behoove the right word.
No,
I don't think
not
so.
even close. No, it's a weak start.
Yeah.
Continue.
I never claimed
Let
to
me
have
look up the
PhD.
definition
Yeah.
real quick.
Let's play definition hour with James.
But you
James.
think? Oh damn! I'm gonna censor that one out. But my
I
Leave
stopped.
it in.
I stopped.
My theory is that since you used to you used to mispronounce words to confuse your brother a lot. And
Not confuse, upset him.
I think you mispronounced so many words that you confused yourself, and that's why you mispronounced so many common words.
No, I mispronounce words because I did whip it like 6 times in my life.
There it is.
Whippets.
Whippets.
Yeah, that's it. I sat on the floating dock in.
I've done whippets like 6 times. I pronounce words just.
Yeah, no, that I definitely lost some brain cells on those ones. That's why I stopped, and
Nice.
100% started mispronouncing words after that.
Oh.
Hashtag blame it on the whippets.
That's
Yeah.
100% my excuse.
Anything I do that's wrong, I blame drugs now from now on. I've never blamed it before, but I'm gonna start now. If we can do, I didn't know we could do that. I did drugs a few times.
100%.
That's why I do the things I do.
a couple times.
I mean,
One or
you
two.
can't
Who's counting?
can't use that excuse in the moment. You can't be like, "Oh, I just robbed your house because I'm high on meth." That doesn't work.
Right.
But like, if you
It's
were
been a few weeks,
10 years,
so-
you're sober, you're like, "Yeah, I robbed a few houses. I was hooked on meth and needed money."
Hold on, is this a confession?
No, it was just a statement of fact.
My theory is Derek still mispronounces things to annoy Jimmy.
The look of
purpose.
confusion though on Derek's face when we call him
it,
out
yeah.
on it. would
Also,
say-
I found the definition of behoove.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is a duty or responsibility for someone to do something.
Oh,
it is
so
incumbent on.
I-
it behooves
you.
any coach
Yes.
to study his predecessors.
So it behooves me to irritate my brother by mispronouncing words.
There you go.
Yep. There it is.
Yeah.
That was
No,
tough, right?
You don't get to take credit for that. Take that finger point back. There you go.
Chapin, what other topics do you have for us?
What else? What other facts we got here? So bad weather meant the final two events in the London 1948 London Olympics were held at dusk, with athletes illuminated by car headlights.
Wow.
That's cool.
Interesting.
That
What
would-
events
Yeah, I
were
was
they?
going to say, that would
Which it doesn't
really...
say, but
It doesn't say the event, so they know
The
for a
javelin
fact.
throw.
Right.
Wait, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
what kind of events would you want to see in pitch black? Maybe javelin would be fun.
Javelin would absolutely be fun.
have-
I would be terrified to be the judge. Like,
Except-
I'm out there and I have to, like,
Yeah.
mark it when he throws
No,
it.
no.
I'd be like,
You're a judge in a car, like a golf course on the driving range. You're just driving back and forth trying to find it, and all of a sudden, you're engine block.
why isn't that an Olympic sport?
Golf?
Hit golf
'Cause
balls.
it's boring.
No, golf is an Olympic sport, but hitting golf balls at a moving target. So you get the cart on a driving range with points. It has it like a big bullseye, and you got like a minute and a half to hit as many golf balls and score points.
You get a bucket. You get a bucket of
Oh,
balls.
yes, a large bucket
A
of
large
balls.
bucket of balls. You got to hit that.
So
you got to hit that cart.
And you have to pay the $5.99 unless you're a member, and you can get
Right.
get it for half off.
Right.
Well, of course.
Well, of course.
make this look
Is this like the carnival games where the ducks are going around in a circle and across the way, like that, or just like a cart out in the
like-
field?
No,
Three carts?
it's like a legitimate
Yeah.
driving range, and one cart just picking up the balls, doing his job.
Donnie, have
But
you?
it has a big target.
I know that you're from Alaska, but have you ever?
Ooh, let's not
was
give
the-
away too much about my past.
Were there
I don't believe that's ever been brought up. before.
driving ranges up there?
Yes.
Oh, there were.
Yep.
They called them sled ranges though, because they don't actually have roads or drivers.
That's not true. You drive a sled. They're still driving ranges.
Is it a horse-drawn sled?
We have huskies. Obviously, we have huskies. It snows 97% of the time.
They've literally
mush ranges.
created.
Horses,
They're trying to
horses
scoop
cannot
up.
run in snow. That's why anything horse-related is in the Summer Olympics,
Yeah.
not the winter.
And they obviously.
Okay, so what? I was going to ask about moose, but no, that's Canadian. Never mind.
No, we have moose.
Yeah,
You have moose.
Yeah.
Do you have moose drawn?
We have the Alaskan
Sure.
moose. The Canadians stole it from us.
we literally have moose in Washington.
Did you know that a moose can run 30 miles per hour in 6
I-
feet of snow?
Yeah, because their legs are so thin, they don't get stuck. They're just
Those little needles.
yeah,
And-
it's scary.
I saw that as a fun fact.
And
It's
moose,
not fun.
And there's a video of one running through 6 feet of snow. It is terrifying.
Is it just powder like
So
shooting
it's-
everywhere?
It looks like a train.
So
like,
is the,
it just-
is the plural mooses or
It's
meese?
actually Meeson.
Meeson?
Yep.
So
Yep.
Tell that one to your brother, Derek. You're gonna like it.
to be fair, my brother probably wouldn't know that one. So,
that's true.
Yeah, your brother's an idiot.
but no, I don't even know where I was. Oh, moose are assholes.
Yeah.
They are so fucking aggro.
That's not true. They just hate humans.
Yes, exactly. I go back to my statement.
To be
They're
fair,
aggro.
To be fair,
Like,
I hate
I
anything
think-
that's much
Like,
shorter.
I'm
than
going
I am.
off of
That's why
knowledge.
you got married to that midget.
Yeah,
I'm going
right?
off
Little
knowledge
person. Little
of
person. Little
information.
person.
Knowledge
Excuse
of
you.
information I've heard third party.
I expect to see a handwritten apology letter tomorrow
To your little person
to
wife.
the love of my life,
Your hand?
my shining star.
I'll use this pencil.
Oh, your left hand.
The reason I work so hard.
Yep. No.
Oh, so your right hand. I'm
when
really confused at what hand you're putting.
When
your...
I deliver this letter to your little person wife, and it's a 2-page apology for why I said midget,
Yeah,
she's going to be so confused.
I know. It's
I-
okay.
you really
She'll figure
need
it
to
out.
do
I'm going to write the letter, though. I'm going to do it.
Yes.
It's going to be great.
But to see another Olympic sport that would be really fun in the dark, again, fencing.
Yeah.
Like, you're just- you're
100%. Judo.
or
Until we go to the future and it's lightsaber fencing.
or ping pong.
No,
Or is
you-
it
Glow
called-
balls?
or is
like
it called-
glow stuff?
I'm going with the gymnastics. So the
They do actually call it table
I
tennis.
thought you were
not
going with
ping
the quote
pong.
from Balls of Fury.
No,
Ping pong, or as they say, ping pong.
the jump, the
I'm gonna
vault.
save the panda.
Panda's dead.
Panda's dead.
That's what I'm going with. Night in the dark, the vault.
Dude, yes.
Wow, so you really have to time your...
Oh,
Yeah.
the only thing you got is everything's pitch black except a small little LED strip around the actual
I think that's
jump.
too much. You get
Around
one light
where
and it
the
moves.
pole goes into.
And no,
pole-
not pole vault, just the
This is the vault
gymnastics
where you
vault.
Oh, the
run,
actual
you hit
vault.
the-
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Pole vaults in the dark would be even more
you
fucked
just
up.
keep it on the ground until you're like,
Oh my
"Ah!"
god.
On the poles, the
surprise.
light, as you go up, the lights go up, so you don't see where you're at until you get to that top level. Like, oh
Right.
shit, I'm still not high enough. You have to really just like.
And when once you hit the point, the whole crossbar
Yep.
lights up, and
Finally.
you're like, "Oh shit!"
It's right there. Oh no.
So why don't we just do this? So
Okay.
we have Summer Olympics.
Yeah.
We have Winter Olympics.
Yes.
Olympics. Why don't we do Night Olympics, like a third one?
Only in Alaska,
Only-
where there's 30
Oh.
days of night.
Yes.
Every
Well, then
other
they have to worry
year.
about vampires, and that's new Olympic sport. Run from vampires. You have 30 days to survive.
Vampire hunting, get gold.
Yep.
Well, only one person survived. They killed no vampires,
that's-
but they survived, so
that
they by
is-
default get gold.
The only person that survives is Abraham.
Of course.
Abraham Lincoln.
Mr. Lincoln.
Mr.
please.
Lincoln, excuse me.
Or President Lincoln.
President, depending
I
on.
think-
His friends call him Mr. Lincoln.
I think that he
I call
gets.
him AL, but that's no problem.
I'm pretty sure that he gets the title president for the rest of
Abraham.
his immortal life. So, yeah.
Did you know that the Olympics used to be held in the same year? It was summer, then like 3 months later it was winter.
Oh.
I did not know that. Is that in your fun facts?
It's not.
I
Oh,
think
well, then
up
it's not
until
real.
The 70s, it was held in the same year. So every 4 years it was the Olympics, and in the 70s they switched it every 2
Okay.
years.
I like
yeah.
that.
It was a lot.
A lot more fun.
Yeah.
Knock everything out in 1 year.
Yeah,
Boom.
I would much
I don't know.
appreciate that.
I liked every 2 years because I like
Oh,
watching
you're
the
like
Olympics.
the Bob Costas of this podcast.
I am not. I don't go on weird fucking tangents that have nothing at all to do with the thing that I'm reporting on.
Do you want to restart that sentence with facts? Because that was a straight out lie.
Hey, I've never said that I've never lied a day in my life. That's only one member of this podcast, and it
True.
wasn't me.
It's me.
Was it Chapin? Was that you? who said
Oh
that?
no, I've lied. Jimmy also lied on recording.
Oh no!
I don't remember that. That was fake news.
I think it was broadcast. I think you posted that, right?
Fake news. Fake news. It was a fake recording.
Oh,
Wow,
going back
some-
to jeez. So you said that your argument for sports is that if it's not an Olympic, if it's not in the Olympics, it's not a sport, right?
Correct.
That is his
That's my mantra.
die.
That's my
He's-
mantra.
He's died on that hill every time it's brought
That's
up.
not
That's how
fair.
I-
He's been king of that hill.
So you mentioned golf earlier.
Yeah.
Golf returned to the Olympics after a 112-year absence
Good.
in 2016.
Yep.
Okay, I was going to say,
And
this
I
is definitely
I
not the
watched-
first year back.
No, but
Yeah,
close.
I didn't realize that it would...
Did
wow.
you know that there was a person that won the female or the woman that won the gold for the U.S. had one hole. She went to chip it up to the green, and it was up a hill, and it didn't crest the hill, so the ball rolled straight back down past her by like 10 feet.
That is unfortunate.
I have been in that position in golf. It sucks.
But to be fair, Chapin, if that's the metric we're going by, for like 1,000 years, the Olympics didn't exist. So for 1,000 years,
There were no sports.
there was no sport
No
Yeah.
sports.
at
There
all.
There were only activities that people
Besides-
drank.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The activities
The only
of
Yeah.
things.
sport
Yeah.
was gladiatorial combat.
That well, it wasn't
Which
an
some could
Olympics,
call it
so it wasn't a
the-
sport.
That's
That's
just
an-
a
Glad-
pastime.
A pastime.
Gladiatorial combat was its own thing.
Sanctioned
The
murder.
the ultimate pastime.
I think what it was is
Until
they didn't.
baseball took over.
No, what it was is I think baseball fits
I mean-
under that.
What's
Right.
more exciting, gladiatorial
Yeah.
combat or baseball?
Oh,
Well,
hold
but
on.
that's, but that's just
think
it,
about it.
Jimmy. That's just it, Jimmy. Is gladiatorial combat is an umbrella like the Olympics.
Yeah.
It's two people and or teams competing against each other. Baseball was gladiatorial combat until it joined the Olympics.
Right.
When the Olympics,
And
I mean,
Until they outlawed death.
let's break it down.
Yes.
Let's break it down. What's
Okay.
in the Olympics? There's archery.
Yep.
There's
Let's
Yeah.
list them all.
There's equestrian.
Yes. I mean, there's like 300
Technically, there's
sports.
judo. There's fencing.
Technically, I mean,
Did you say fencing first?
Did I say
Yes.
fencing?
Yep.
yeah.
Well, there's fencing
What
twice.
if-
What's the
run out
main,
of sports?
what's the
there's
main sport?
No, I said
What if-
archery.
what if
sorry.
fencing?
Archery.
Fencing. Yep.
Judo.
Yep. Horses.
Equestrian.
Yep.
What if fencing was who could put up a fence the fastest?
I don't know if swimming was actually in. Can you swim in sand? Like if you're dying? Like maybe?
Oh, you're talking about I thought you were talking about the Olympic
No,
sports.
gladiatorial combat.
Oh,
Let's
sure.
compare.
You could sand swim.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, sometimes when you're out there,
javelin.
I would like
is,
to point out. Can I raise my hand? Point out.
Sure.
Gladiatorial combat originated in Rome.
Yeah.
Rome is in Italy. Italy is definitely got water.
Europe.
They literally have a city where you have
on.
to transport.
Europe is in.
The world. It's in Earth.
Nailed it.
Earth.
Earth is in.
The
Solar
solar
system?
system.
The solar system is in.
The Milky Way galaxy.
Reverse zoom in.
Got it.
Zoom out.
Wow.
Okay. So,
Science.
So swimming could definitely be gladiatorial combat because they had the channels and whatnot in, like, what is it, Venice?
Well, I guess.
You
well,
can't swim in the Venice canals.
Maybe not now
No,
because
it's been outlawed for 3,000 years.
they made the exception every 2 years for the gladiatorial combat.
Now, here's
games.
the real
Weren't
question
listening.
is...
It was every
is-
4 years.
There's
Was
two.
there actually a swimming
Oh,
in
that's right. In the
gladiatorial
70s,
combat?
sorry. Yes, every 4 years they allowed it. That's specifically why, because they had to purify the water again because all the fucking gross,
Add some chlorine.
unwashed bodies.
It's a lot of chlorine.
Because nobody showered back then. That was the cleanest that the athletes had ever been in their life, was
Sort
when
of-
they competed in those games.
Oh, I'd shower bathe, but the Olympics are coming up.
Yeah.
That's when I get my shower
yeah,
every 4
yeah.
years.
No, they didn't. No, there was no showers.
So
Better hope I survive.
they just lathered
drink it
themselves. They lathered themselves up with a little bit of soap, thinking that it would let them glide through the water faster. But it's actually cleaning themselves.
Actually,
They didn't
the-
even realize it.
The secret to gliding through the water faster was butter.
How
obviously.
how terrible would it be to be in like the
I'd use
actual
margarine, but all right.
I don't know.
like
margarine
you're
was
not in the
expensive
not
back
in the
then.
heat races. You're in the final race. So there's been 7 heat races before you, so the water's now black.
Ew.
You're like,
Racist.
poop. It's that poop.
no, it's dirty because
Ew.
everybody that was dirty just went into the water and
Doesn't
they are
make it
now
better.
And then the Black Sea came about.
Yep.
yeah.
Nailed it, Chapin.
Got
Figured it out.
Yeah.
The
Imagine-
Dead Sea was because they were doing the pentathlon and
Died.
the entire Olympics died in the
Yep,
water.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why it's called that.
Yep. Caspian Sea was because a guy named Caspian peed in it. Marked as territory.
Couldn't stop
Caspian
peeing.
was a
It's one of
god.
those-
He peed and it created the sea.
It was one of those really long peas that get really boring.
Yep.
And you're just standing there forever.
It used to be an Olympic sport. Longest piss.
the one where you get tired and wish that you sat down. You're like, why did I make this decision in life?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's
You have
let's
to put
dive
your-
into that.
You have to put your hand on the wall.
Who's been peeing and wish they had sat down? Have you guys done that?
Oh,
I get
Like-
bored.
Oh,
Right,
100%.
But you're not like shit. I should have sat down.
Oh
for
no!
this?
I mean, I don't
No.
sit down to pee, but yes, there are times when
Why?
God, it sounds like Derek sits down to pee sometimes.
oh, there are definite times where I wish I did.
Is that when you pee on the wall?
When I'm like, there's probably been times where that's happened,
You have to,
especially if I'm drunk or super. I'm just like sit there, like you start getting the wobble
I
because
don't
your legs
want to
start.
go down this path about
Legs
listening
starting to
Derek
go-
talking about pee.
Muscles giving out.
Yeah, knee locks up. You get a little woozy because your knees are no longer
Your
bent.
your hammies go
Oh
out.
God!
Get Terra quad and your right
Tingle.
leg just goes
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Tingle
Oh, no,
in the
I can't
toe.
stand anymore. No.
You're just like, this is gonna end bad. This needs to stop soon, or I'm gonna fall over.
I don't want to go down this path of hearing Derek talk about pee-pee
I mean,
anymore.
that's the glory of just
get out of
pissing
it.
outside. Olympic sport. It's like the driving range for golf.
the rednecks will win that one.
Longest
That's
stream.
true. Yeah.
It's like the long jump, but with
You get
a
three. You
urine
get three
stream.
steps, and then you have to piss. Then you
get-
release.
You get 4 MGD 64s in you, and then you just gotta have to go
You
to
have
the
5
bathroom.
minutes. Do it how you do.
Oh, yeah. All right, and Jimmy is stepping up to the thing, and he is chugging
The
his.
crowd goes quiet.
He is chugging his 4th MGD. I'm surprised he is waited to this point to finish.
It's a weird
But
But
strategy.
as he's drinking, he's chugging it. You can see he's got the pee dance going. He must be ready to go.
He's
He's
adjusting his urethra into a funnel. So then that way the pee comes out
he's
like a
massaging his
Super Soaker
urethra.
CPS 2000.
Oh my God, that's the blue one, and that shot forever.
Well, technically it was the 3500 because you could hook that up to a hose, but I see where you were going with it. I liked it.
Was it a CPS?
Yeah.
Is that really?
Yeah.
Child
CPS.
Protective Services
That's what I was
3000. When you're being touched by your stepdad,
It could be
get a
the-
Super Soaker.
it could be the CVS 3000. It's loaded up with the oxy.
It was $7 and it shot 3 feet from CVS.
It was loaded with oxy, and you don't understand why your mother really liked it.
Oh, you understand. 'Cause
Oh, man. CPS 2000 was banned after 1996.
Yeah, the Super Soakers nowadays are not
Banned?
good.
No,
They got
they're pretty
banned.
weak.
Is that the one with the backpack?
The 3500 was the one that did have the backpack
Okay.
that you could hook up to a hose. There was the one that had like a bipod,
Yeah.
so you could be a
Because
camper.
you want to be super stationary when you're having a water gun fight.
Yeah, you have a camp.
Oh,
You have
100%.
unlimited water. You don't even have to
I just
pump that
run around
bitch.
behind you.
Doesn't matter.
You know what? You know what my dad used to do? He'd come out with a bucket of water and just like wait on the balcony and just pour it on some suspecting neighbor. Just, and then they get pissed because that's
Although
not
on-
fair.
I mean,
On
River
eBay right now,
bitch.
there's a rare 1996 Laramie Super Soaker MK1 constant pressure system is what CPS stood for.
okay.
2000.
Oh, okay.
Sold out, but you could buy another one for like 42, 46.
I'm really upset that you don't know how numbers work. What is happening?
I was
Right?
going to try to round it up.
What's the number that has the line
Well,
that goes
I mean-
down, then right, and then
Rounding up is really simple, Jimmy. If it's less than half, you round down low. If it's over half, you round up.
Jimmy,
Roughly.
Jimmy,
Oh my god,
describe
I'm
the
going to buy
numbers.
this one. I'm going to buy this one. It's $69.99.
So 46 would be less than 50, so it'd be 42.
This one's called the Splash Suzuka.
Ooh,
Splash Zuka, and it's $69.
Too bad it's 65 ounces.
We really need to design
60, that's so much
a
water.
water balloon launcher, so you could have like a water balloon fight with a bazooka.
This one's vintage.
Have somebody that's like with you with just a bucket of water balloons, and then the guy that's carrying the launcher. So it's like, because that's how I would do it. Because I
Oh,
like
this one's a Mighty
that-
Morphin Power Ranger box.
Be fun to have like two mortars and just go across like a
Mortars?
football field
Yeah.
and just like you know that old game you have the tank and you have to
Yep.
shoot mortars to each
Yeah.
other.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Nobody
can move. Everyone has to stay.
Yes.
Wasn't that just-
And it was all about angles. It was all about
just like
angles.
catapult.
Two guys hold it, yeah.
Yeah,
And one
yeah.
guy just like pulls it back. Have you seen the one where the watermelon flies back in their face?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I have.
I've seen
was on
that happen to a
Survivor.
girl.
Yeah. Yep.
I think
It's
that
so
happened to one of
yeah.
the girls.
Yeah.
Yep.
Her
Fucking-
face
that
was
was
shot
so
off
bad.
of her face.
Oh yeah. Just out, flip.
Oh yeah. Just wow, that
Yeah.
would have hurt. But no, that game, by the way, absolutely fantastic because it was all
Yeah.
about angles, and you slowly like chip away at the land that the
Right.
other tank's on, and then they fall.
You're talking about Worms Armageddon. We can play Worms on the
I love
Xbox.
Worms Armageddon.
No,
My
it's
God.
not Worms Armageddon. It was like tanks.
Yeah,
I think
it's
is
a
what
similar
it was called.
concept with
Yeah.
Worms.
Yeah, but Worms made it popular
They
for the cool
expanded it.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where you
Yeah.
could have an inch of rope and a rocket launcher and an Uzi.
So water
Totally.
balloons and water fighting is now a new Olympic sport. Yes?
Yep.
Deal.
You can only use
Done
the
and
water
done.
from your country.
Done and done. Awesome. I'm going to use the
to bring
America. I'm
gallons.
definitely going to use the illegal one. Banned in the U.S.
Yeah, well, it's not unless the Olympics is held in the U.S. You can use it anywhere else.
True.
It's just Mexico comes with their water that gives you like gonorrhea or whatever.
All we need is like what Flint, Michigan.
Yeah, I was
Take
gonna
that water.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm sure there's a. I'm sure
That's
there's
so
a.
shit.
Oh, 100%.
Can we get the water from the movie Cabin Fever?
Ooh, that is the water from Flint.
Yeah, I mean, both great options. Yep. This is our fracking water, and this is our. When you shave your legs, you will shave through your skin water.
Yeah, that's Flint. It's
Yeah.
Flint water.
Should we bring it home?
You know what, Jimmy? Let's bring it home.
There's a fruit fly.
Hold on.
I've been getting buzzed by fruit flies, and it's bugging me.
Let's bring it home.
Okay, hold on. But to really bring it home, we're going to sneak back into the closing ceremony.
Of course.
That's us in a tiny helicopter flying back to the ceremony.
Going back to the heli.
Right?
Going back to the ceremony.
Skip. That's wow. All right, we're going down.
Oh no!
What's the old Vietnam song they always play during every helicopter scene?
Oh, da-da-da-da. Oh, god damn it! It's
Born in the USA.
no. It's CCR.
Yeah.
For Fortunate Son.
There you go.
It ain't me. It ain't me. I ain't no senator's son. No.
Wait, what is this song?
You didn't. I mean, Derek just sang it perfectly.
Yeah.
It ain't me.
Okay. Yep. Let's hold on. Repeat.
Can you?
Let me really hold my headphones in.
I'd like you to sing it, but without channeling your Fleetwood Mac into this. I want to hear.
It's CCR. Fortunate Son.
Yeah, it's basically a Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, that's literally the lyric of the song. I'm no senator's son. And then It ain't me, it ain't me. I'm not a fortunate son.
I'm confused.
Okay.
Derek,
Every fucking helicopter scene based in Vietnam in every fucking movie made in Hollywood since Vietnam features that song when they're showing the helicopters flying in
I'd like you
formation.
to prove that next podcast, bring a list of every helicopter scene from Vietnam.
Okay,
Since
Apocalypse
Vietnam.
Now, CCR, Fortunate Son.
Okay, now, sing that little ditty that you just did.
Oh, and
But
I'm
no, wait for the end of the sentence in your Southern lawyer voice, please.
I almost brought out some court cases today, so I was expecting
Yeah.
the Southern.
I'm upset,
that's-
that we didn't.
That's
So,
going to be
Derek,
difficult.
Southern voice.
Because I don't know
You
if I've
can do
ever
it.
tried singing in an accent
Try
before.
it now.
We're going to have to, I'm going to have
better
to like,
time than now.
Yeah, I'm going to have to practice this one.
Whoa.
I mean,
You're in
Yeah.
the deprived
Practice
Chapin
now.
of that?
I can barely pull off an accent that's feasible.
You can
let
barely
alone
pull off CCR, so...
Well, I never said that I was a good singer. I have never claimed that.
I never said you were a bad singer. I said you couldn't pull off Credence.
Oh, well, I mean, fair enough.
Jimmy, what's the
Can
second word?
anybody?
What's the second word in CCR?
I think it was Run Through the Jungle.
I mean, that's the
Nailed it.
third with the R.
Credence, Run Through the Jungle, and Chapin, what's the R stand for?
Revolution.
Oh, Credence, Run Through the Jungle, Revolution.
Creedence Clearwater.
Hey,
Sounds
you
like
got
it. Sounds like an African band, with all of the revolutionaries that are in Africa.
All right, we need to wrap it up before Derek gets more racist.
That's not
Oh,
racist.
says the racist.
It's exactly what a racist
Just
would
exactly
say.
what a
Yes.
racist
My
would say.
God.
Yes.
I'm not.
All right.
I'm not
love-
racist. They're just
Fucking Christ.
jungles.
Yeah. I mean, I could have said Brazil, I guess, or like Venezuela. They have revolutionaries as well in the jungles.
Whoa! Wow. Revolutionaries?
I think it's
God.
also-
That's literally what you guys
I think
said.
it's a rainforest. It's the Brazilian
They're called
rainforest.
people. They're called a
They're
armada.
different from jungles, Derek.
Sorry, you're
Recognize your privilege.
I apologize.
Thank you.
Yes.
Don't
I
don't
live in
glare
the,
at me from
I
across
live
the
in
table.
I live in the state that literally has every piece of landmass you can think of. I have
Land.
Yes,
We've got it.
We've got rainforests. We've got jungle.
If you
we've
want
got it
land,
You gotta go to Home Depot.
all. Buy some turf.
And go really slow.
I was really hoping you'd say "we done."
oh, you know what?
Right,
Jimmy,
sorry.
I think somebody had an idea about 10 minutes ago to wrap it up.
I was really hoping you were just be like, "And we done."
Let's bring it home. Before we thank Jordan, though we missed at the beginning, but obviously because we were so what's the word?
Well, we were
Whoa,
so
whoa, whoa.
behoven.
Whoa.
Behoven. We were so behoven
guys.
about
You guys got to bring it down. We don't want to get caught in this studio.
we
We
were
were so behoven.
we were so focused on the closing ceremonies of the Olympics that we forgot to tell our listeners to sit back, relax for the beverage of their choosing, alcoholic or not, take a picture of what they're drinking and post it to social media using the hashtag #TopShelfWednesday.
Did we forget that? Or
Hashtag
our host
Whiskey
forget that?
Wednesday.
I was so fuck-used on the closing ceremony, so I forgot that.
I understand.
The most fuck used I've ever seen you, honestly. Top 10
Basically.
at a minimum.
Basically,
Also,
this
before we get
podcast
away-
comes out once every 2 weeks, and this closing ceremony for the Olympics is literally once every 4 years. The Summer Olympics.
Yes, true.
Exactly.
Excuse
And
me.
Before we leave the Summer Olympics, I just want to say I'm so happy that baseball won't be allowed in the Olympics anymore for the foreseeable future, because that means that there's not Astros players that will be allowed on a world stage as cheaters, as championship stealers, as just terrible human beings.
Breaking news: the Astros thought that we forgot about them, but we did not.
Oh, yeah.
Boom.
Take that, Astros.
God,
Take that, Houston.
Take that.
J.J. Watt left you, Houston, because of the Astros.
Oh, I
Did
wish
that.
that was the
Boom.
fact.
Shall we do a? Let's get a real low key boom to the Astros. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Boom. Gotcha. Take that. Suck on that.
I'm gonna DM JJ Watt and be like, was the heartbreak of the Astros cheating just too much for you to bear? And is that where you were like, I can't deal with this anymore? I
Have to
got to
get
go to a legitimate team, and then finding out that your illegitimate and overrated quarterback is a serial rapist also make you upset?
Still top 4
Asterisk.
fantasy quarterbacks.
Fuck him.
Serial assaulter.
Don't regret at all trading him, and I feel so vindicated.
Derek, you're going to give away our position.
Sorry. I'm so happy I traded him.
Remember to use
Fuck.
take a picture
Fuck.
of what you're drinking, post it to social media using the hashtag Top Shelf Wednesday or Top Shelf Olympics.
As Derek would say, hashtag don't touch your massage therapist.
Or as Derek said, hashtag Derek loves Watson. Derek loves Deshaun.
Hashtag Derek
loves,
says that's elementary.
Oh, I just vomited in my mouth.
hashtag Derek loves
You would
Deshaun.
probably like that.
Hashtag Derek Watson.
If you could vomit in your mouth while you touch his butt, I bet he'd...
Change Derek's last name to Watson.
Derek Watson.
If my last name was Watson, I would really hope that everybody, like, all the time was like, it's elementary, my dear Watson.
Oh, you're a
We would not do that.
Then I'm not changing my last name.
Derek. Again, you're going to give away our position.
You need to say that, or I'm not changing my last name. I'm pretty
Derek?
attached to it.
Derek.
It is on my birth certificate.
Elementary. That you're going to give us away our position. Derek, you're going to do that. That's what you're doing right now. It's elementary.
I'm sorry.
Shh. Gotta keep it down here.
Come on.
We're like sneaking into ASMR again.
That's where I was just gonna go with.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to
Are
go.
we gonna do
I want to
some
go down.
ASMR?
I do not want to go down the ASMR path.
We'll
But
just buy a
But not sexy,
studio next time, please.
we'll get a studio.
Jesus.
Oh, that's a
Makes
lot
it
of
hot.
money.
Again,
We don't
like I
have
said, we
paid
snuck-
sponsors yet, except for Glenlivet. You should definitely enjoy a bottle of Glenlivet 14.
If
It's
we
delicious.
get caught by security, I'm going to punch you in the teeth so
And
hard.
this episode is brought to you by Snoop Dogg and Doggo. It's probably not how you pronounce it at all. Indigo?
It's probably in doggo.
In
It's
double G O.
It's gotta be
It's probably in
Doggo.
or in Dojo.
Ooh, I like that in dojo better.
I know that
Dojo.
Snoop Dogg has been practicing
But-
karate.
Ah,
But-
yes, at the dojo.
We would also like to thank our friend Jordan Mosley for creating the music for this podcast. If you're interested in more of his music,
You know what?
You can find him on iTunes and Spotify. That's Jordan Mosley, Mosley.
Can I just clarify that it was the music at the beginning and the end, not the music that Derek was reciting?
Oh no, it was
True.
it definitely. I believe Jordan Mosley.
Jordan is not a part of CCR.
I believe he is the lead vocalist of CCR. That's what I was told.
Donnie, if I'm a listener and I
That's
want
not
to
true,
get
by the way.
some questions
Yeah.
to us
Questions,
while we're over
comments?
here in Tokyo, what are
Statements?
some avenues for me to go down?
Dial it back. We're talking about the Olympics, so we need to talk about how Jordan Mosley gets the gold medal for intro music.
Yes,
Because we easily have the best intro music to any podcast.
Sadly,
Jordan, drink
the
a-
Swedes took gold from him. He got silver. Tough break.
Who got gold?
The Swedes.
Not the Swedes.
Yep. The Swedish people.
Is that Bjork?
Oh God, I can imagine that's a.
I think she's Icelandic.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
She is, but I like where you're going. Bjork, I haven't heard.
I
that
don't know
name
any
in a while.
Swedish
I
pop
think
stars.
Pendulum is Swedish.
There we go. We'll go with that.
Drum and bass.
They do a song with In Flames, a Swedish metal group.
All right. Before Derek gets on a weird tangent on metal, so yeah, Jordan Mosley, you're great, but
Just
Jimmy,
Swedish.
Yeah, what is
if
some,
you
what
want to
is
get in contact with us, be it Olympic subject-wise or otherwise, topshelfbanterpod@gmail.com, topshelfbanterpod on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, OnlyFans,
All of it.
Patreon. I mean, really anywhere you want to be. We're like MasterCard. We're the MasterCard of podcast.
deal?
We're everywhere you want to be.
I like that.
Which I think is their slogan, so we need to change that for the next episode.
Yeah, that definitely is going to get a lawsuit.
But if they want to be
We're
a sponsor,
Yeah. MasterCard.
Well,
we all have credit cards.
I've never had a MasterCard.
shut up, Derek.
Jesus. All right. So MasterCard, if you're listening,
Sponsored
we will
75% of us.
We will kick Derek off the show if you all give us some credits or
it's
something.
threatened
You
all
know
the
what? I'll
time,
even
but it
kick him
hasn't
off the
happened
show
yet.
if you don't give us that.
I will cut Derek's Visa in half and force him to get a MasterCard.
Your move, MasterCard.
Or move. Balls in your court. Anywho, we hope you have enjoyed the frustrations behind our opinions on these topics. That's Donnie, that's Chapin, that's Derek, and I'm Jimmy. And we done.
Top shelf banter. Well, I'm more right than wrong.